work, to respond, or to act against a stimulus. So in very simple words, artificial intelligence mm, enables a machine to work like human being. This is a simpler, we can say, definition of simpler definition of artificial intelligence. Are you able to see the screen,
No,
PPTs?
not yet, not yet.
No, sir.
Okay, let me first share the
Sir,
screen.
please share the entire screen. If there is any problem, you can
Yes,
see.
yes, I'm going to do the same. Is it visible now?
No, sir.
Still not visible.
No, sir, no, sir. Yes, now
From
it's
my
coming. It's coming.
now it's coming.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay.
Please use the reading mode, sir.
So this is the simpler definition of artificial intelligence, that it is a branch of computer science concerned with building systems that can perform tasks that require human intelligence, such as learning, problem solving, perception, and language understanding. Means what sort of work can be done by a human being with his natural intelligence, a machine can do the same with the use of artificial intelligence. So making machine as smarter as human is the work of artificial intelligence. Now, for after some time, a new term was added with this artificial intelligence, and it becomes generative artificial intelligence, which is popularly known as Gen AI. So what is Gen AI? Generative. The term generative means which can generate something. The ability to generate something is known as generative. When artificial intelligence generate some new text, some images, some music, or some data based on the preloaded data or pre-feeded data, then that capacity of the machine is known as generative AI. Most of us has been used the chat GPT, or we are using the chat GPT for our daily educational purpose. What it does, it we give a prompt, means we give a keyword. Suppose write an essay on the use of higher education, use of AI in higher education. What the chat GPT do? It will give you an essay. How it happens? Because there are various sort of data has been feeded, and the chat GPT has been trained to work on the data and create new text. So GPT went to the repository and search that what sort of data I have on related to the generative AI and higher education. Whatever he found, he processed and give us the new text or new essay on the generative AI used in higher education. So it created a new text. Similarly, it can create image also. You give the description that it should be 5 foot 6 inches tall, and this much fat, hairs should be curly, blah blah blah. So when you give the description, as per that description, image will be created. Music also will be created. So the new piece or the new creation with the help of AI can be done only with the use of generative AI. So such type of artificial intelligence which enables machine to generate new things, whether it is text or image or music, whatever may be, it is known as generative AI. If we go through the definition, then we may find that generative AI is a branch of artificial intelligence that uses machine learning models to produce new content, text, images, music, or data that resemble human created output. This is very much important. The creation must resembles the human created output. So this is the generative artificial intelligence smaller introduction or definition, we may say. Basically, all this deliberation or presentation has been divided into three parts. First one is what, where we learn that what generative AI or what AI is. Then why. Why means why this lecture is needed, or why knowledge of generative AI is needed. So here we will discuss about why it is needed. Uh, am I clearly audible?
अच्छा हम लोग लैपटॉप लैपटॉप नहीं लेके
Yes,
आते
sir.
हैं
Yes, sir.
हाँ
Okay
मतलब बिना
then.
हाथ में ऐसे अजीब टाइप का है भाई
Actually,
हम लोग इसमें भी लैपटॉप लेके जाते हैं
so
आते
many sounds are coming from that side. Hello.
लैपटॉप लेके सर प्लीज इनकी उसमें भी डाल देंगे मैसेज मेरी
हैं हाँ तो करना ही नहीं है या फिर कौन बैठे रहेगा अभी 10 मिनट कौन बैठे रहेगा उसे
Uh, actually,
you guys please prepare for yourself for the presentation. The next time अभी
एक बार सर कैन यू प्लीज म्यूट
अभी सबकी कैपेसिटी इसमें नहीं देना इसलिए उत्तर लैपटॉप में ये प्रेजेंटेशन होना चाहिए आपका पीरियड आ जाना नेक्स्ट करके एडिट करेंगे लेकिन अभी आपको इसलिए बनाना जरूरी है
इमदादुल सर कैन यू प्लीज म्यूट योरसेल्फ कैन द ऑर्गेनाइजर्स प्लीज
माइक ऑन
hello, hello.
Yes, sir.
Now it is fine.
जी.
So why it is needed? The need or importance of AI is very much clear, because we all are seeing that it is transforming education in general and higher education in particular. Almost all aspects of higher education, whether it is teaching learning, whether it is research, whether it is operation, it is being affected by the AI. Generative AI tools like Chat GPT, DALL-E, and many more, which we will discuss later, are already influencing students' writing style, how they are writing, their research and solving problem. Even people are nowadays taking ideas from the Chat GPT to conduct a research. If they I don't have any idea that on what topic I should conduct a research which will be beneficial for the society and even for the nation, the people used to ask to Chat GPT that suggests some ideas or some new concepts which can be carried out as the research in future. So in such way it is being affected our research area, then problem solving area, all are being affected. Teachers are taking notes from the using Gen AI. They are preparing questionnaire using Gen AI. Then online presentation mode assessment is nowadays in the fashion. It is all happens only with the invention of Gen AI. And Gen AI nowadays becomes the part of higher education and education. So knowledge of Gen AI is essential for all of us, whether we are working on school level, college level, or university level, whatever may be. It is essential for all of us. Here we are talking about higher education. So I have added professors because we all are professors, assistant or associate professor, but we all are professors. So we in case of higher education, we are the leaders. We lead to the next generation of educators and researchers. So the leaders means we must know about the generative AI, how we can use the generative AI in our daily education system, what is its pros and what is its cons, means everything about the Gen AI we should know. We have we have some responsibilities. We want to see the transformation in our students. So if we do not know, then how can we transform our students? So to lead the next generation of educators and researchers, the professor or the teachers of higher education must model ethical, critical, and creative engagement of generative AI or AI in their education. Now our topic comes here: use of Gen AI in higher education. What are the usage? The first one is enhancing learning. Enhancing learning comprises several domains. The first way is by creating content, lecture notes, PPTs, case studies, assignments, all can be created by using generative AI. Then, then intelligent tutoring systems, personalized tutoring systems, and 24 into 7 support for students. One very much important problem in the field of education is individual difference. The psychology and researches in this area proved that each individual learns with his own style and own pace. But in the classroom, it is not possible to give such type of opportunity to students. There, they have to learn according to the pace of the teacher or the schedule of the classroom or that course program. So, in using generative AI can give them that opportunity, personalized opportunity to learn them with their own pace and own speed. I don't have time in the morning, no problem. Whenever I will get time in the day, I will go through the courses. There
Sir,
are no, yes,
slides are not moving actually. Could you put it in reading mode? So if you see, sir, at the bottom of the page on the right side, next to the presentation mode, there is a reading mode. You can
wait,
use
wait.
this at the bottom of the slide.
Bottom of the slide.
Right
Actually,
side, yes, right hand side, bottom.
right.
So there's some, so yes, next to that, there is a book, open book, like open book. Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
reading
sir.
below.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now
Yes.
it is okay.
Now it's okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So I have made the same earlier in slideshow mode, but whatever maybe now it is okay.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. So here we are talking about that in learning, enhancing learning is the first use of generative AI, where we can create the content, where we can you get the personalized opportunity to learn, means we can learn with our own speed and own pace, which is the need of the hour. Then automated question answer and doubt resolutions. We created chatbots based on the course material and course program. We can create, people can put their question in chatbot and can get the reply at the same time. Chatbot is a kind of robot, you can say, which is pre-feeded, which has pre-feeded data. Suppose we have designed a course on the AI in higher education, and so many people are asking questions. The teacher don't have to time to reply quickly, so he created a chatbot. He feeded all the data, all the information relating the related that program. When a question is being asked, the chatbot process that questions according the pre-feeded data and just give the answer. It happens in Purdue University, America, which will be discussed in our case studies section. So we have automated question answer and doubt resolution session. Then summarization tools. We have so many summarization generative AI tools which summarize, which make simpler to the complex academic content, we can say, which summarize, which give just brief reviews or brief details about the content. Then scaffolding writing assistance, from brainstorming to the grammar feedback, means at each level of our writing we can get the feedback from the generative AI tools. Multilingual supports, simplified text, even audio narration we can also get. We have so many tools which creates our text in audio. One of them is Speechify. It creates text into audio narration. So we have the first use is generative AI in higher education is enhanced learning. Then second one is content creation by faculty. It is not useful for the students only, it is useful for the teachers also. We can create our notes, we can create our lectures, our presentation through the use of generative AI tools, and it creates very quickly. Even we can design a complete course using what to say, using generative AI tools. I have given some example of prompt, means the keyword. So if you want to design a course content, just you ask to the chat GPT, design a syllabus for AI ethics, and it will gives you the output. Then the third one is research and development. Research assistants, means we can generate the idea, as I said earlier, that if we don't have any idea that on which topic we should conduct the research, what is the new advancement in this era, what is the knowledge gap which have been left earlier, everything we can get from the chat GPT. Paper structuring, how can a paper uh, be structured? If it is an empirical paper, what should be its structure? If it is in a qualitative paper, what it should be its structure? So paper structuring can also be done. Then citation management. Referencing is an important task of the research, whether it is qualitative, quantitative, what type of study it is, it depends. It doesn't matter. Referencing should be there. So there are so many tools which manage this referencing. Even in our Microsoft Word, we can add on one tool that is known as Mendeley for manage the referencing. Then the code generation. Sometimes we should generate code. If it is for the what to say, research studies related to the computer science, then it generates code, and it's also debug the code. Debugging code means finding the error and removing that error. If it is a research study related to other area, and it is a qualitative study where data must be coded before the analysis. It also generates the code for that sort of qualitative studies. Then hypothesis generation. A hypothesis is also a part of the research process. Sometimes we are unable to generate the good hypothesis or even hypothesis for our study, and without generating an adequate hypothesis, the study can be affected. So we can take help of the AI or Gen AI to use the to generate the hypothesis. Then data analysis support. We know that there are several programs like Python, R, statistical model, then MOS. There are several tools which helps us to analyze the data. Research communication. AI generated visuals, abstract and presentations can be used to communicate our findings of the study. AI nowadays, AI is being enabled itself to review the research paper. It creates abstracts. It creates presentation based on our finding. It creates visual based on our data. So there are so many usage in the area of research. Some tools has been given here, that is Research Rabbit, Elicit, Chat GPT, Code Interpreted, scit.ai. So many tools are there. Then one another use for the student is making project and innovations. So students can build their applications using APIs and LLMs, large learning models. LLMs means large learning models. Then teaching and curriculum design. I discussed earlier that we can design a whole course, a curriculum for by the help of AI. We can make the courses simpler. If there is a complex program, if there is a complex study material, we can scaffold its complexity. Means we can break it into simpler pieces, simpler chunks of the materials. Simulated scenario. Some disciplines like medicine, ethics, law, etc. needs simulated scenario. Means where the real scenario cannot be present, but the presentation of that scenario is needed. A simulated scenario can be created. Virtual lab is the example of such type of scenario, where a student virtually can do experiment by the using AI to teach the robotic surgery to the students in the field of medical. Such simulated scenario is being created. Then uh, administrative and operational usage. These are the academic usage used for teaching and learning and research. Administrative usage is automated email replies, report, grant drafts, generating rubrics, feedback summaries, policy documents, learning management system, blah blah. Means in higher education or in the field of education, the generative artificial intelligence cannot be used only for teaching and learning or for academic purpose. It can be used for the administrative and operational usage also. And I think this is not the area which should be discussed, because it is very common things. Automated email replies means you will get the replies through the use of machine. Report preparation. Data has been given, report will be prepared. Generating rubrics generation for the students assessment. It is a task of the administration, so it can also be generated through the machine based on the data of a particular student. And similarly, feedback summaries can also be created. So is it clear up to now? Hello? Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
okay. So is
Yes,
it
sir.
clear up to now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then I told that we are going to study some, discuss about some case studies. So I have found 4 case studies which happened, which took place between 2023 to 2025. The first one, I have given the introduction about the Purdue University's case. So it took place in 2003. Chat GPT as a teaching assistant. What is the case? Professors at Purdue were facing difficulties managing question answer forums for large enrollment undergraduate AI courses. So it means in Purdue University, a course of artificial intelligence is being run, and there are huge number of enrollment in that course. So the professors of that particular course could not manage the question answer forum. The teaching assistants were overwhelmed with repetitive questions. In almost all foreign universities, we can find there is a post of teaching assistants. In India, this is not common, but in foreign universities, we can find there are post of teaching assistant which helps professor to teach. So they are surprised that so many repetitive questions are coming from the side of students. This is the case. Then what is the solution? What had been done? The department piloted chat GPT based virtual assistants in their LMS. So a virtual assistant based on the chat GPT has been created, and it been added with their learning management system. Students could ask questions about lecture content, deadline, and assignments. From that chat GPT based virtual assistant, a student can ask questions. What type of questions? Based on the lecture content, based on the deadlines, based on the assignments. Chat GPT was fine tuned on the courses and lecture note to reduce hallucination. And chat GPT was provided with the data based on the syllabus, based on the lecture notes, and based on the structure of course. So this is the implementation solution of the case study. Then what happened? Result: 30% reduction in repetitive students emails to human teaching assistants. Before using chat GPT with chatbot, there are so many questions, so many emails related to the questions, but after using chat GPT, it was found that there is a reduction of 32%. Improved student satisfaction in post-course surveys regarding access to health. Then student satisfaction has been improved when it is being asked after the completion of course that what do you feel about the help, about the support given from the side of the university. Then they responded that we are satisfied much more than the human teaching assistants. Professors were able to focus more on concept clarification and project guidance. When the workload had reduced, then the professor got very much time to clarify the concept and project guidance. So this is the result. What can we learn from this case? Generative AI can serve as a scalable support system, especially in a large or hybrid classes, but it must be closely aligned with course consent to ensure reliability. We can use it when we have a large class, whether it is online, offline, or whether it is in hybrid mode, but the enrollment is so much high, then the chat GPT can be used in the form of chatbot, but the data which will be feeded to the chat GPT, means the data which are going to be loaded in the memory of chat GPT must be aligned with the course content. Suppose the course is related to the geography or to the global positioning system, and we are feeding the data to the Kabir ke dohe, so it would not be beneficial. So this is the first study, case study. Clear? Now the second case study is automating research abstract summarizing it. It happened in IIT Mumbai in 2023. Faculty members in the mechanical engineering department were reviewing hundreds of students' research project submission. The abstracts were long and varied in quality. This is the case. There are so many research project submissions. The abstract written by the students were very long, and quality were also varied from student to student. So it is being tough to review them for the faculty members. What they have done? Professor used chat GPT 4 and cloud AI to auto summarize and rephrase technical abstracts into short summaries for departmental display, layman explanation for outreach. Again, chat GPT 4 and cloud AI, another AI tool, gen AI tool especially, has been used to summarize and rephrase the abstracts. Now the abstract has been summarized and rephrased for the departmental display, and layman explanations, means very simpler explanations has been created. But they have that took a precaution that a human faculty member verified each AI output before final use. It is also essential that it must be cross-checked, cross-verified before the final use. Outcomes: time is spent on summarization reduced by 70%. Enhanced visibility of student projects on social media and departmental websites. Students learned how to use AI for teaching writing assistance under supervision. So these are the outcomes. And we can see that the outcomes are very much useful. The time has been reduced. The student projects are visible to the social media and departmental website, means their visibility has been increased. And if visibility has been increased, it means dissemination of that research project, the finding of the research project has been increased. Students learning has also been included. They learn how to use artificial intelligence for taking assistance in their writing. Generative AI can act as a research communication assistant, improving both internal documentation and external documentation, but human oversight remains essential. This is the takeaway from this case. And here important thing is that we must cross check it before the final use. Then the third case, it also happened in 2023. Faculty observed a sharp rise in AI assisted submissions in take home essays and reports posts. When homework has been given to the students, it was found that students used AI to write the homework. A homework was in the form of essays. So it was being found by the faculty members that students are continuously using AI. So what has been done then? The university piloted a Gen AI informed assessment framework in humanities and computer science courses. Students were permitted to use ChatGPT or similar tools, but had to disclose how AI was used. They were permitted by seeing that students are using, then it was permitted to them, but with some conditions. The condition was they have to disclose how they have used the artificial intelligence, the first condition. Then the second one is critically evaluate the AI's output. The output given by the artificial intelligence must be evaluated by the students themselves. Then submit prompts along with final work. Prompts means here keyword. Basically, in the in the area of artificial intelligence or generative artificial intelligence, a particular word is used for the keyword, that is prompt. Means what are you asking from the artificial intelligence? That is known as the prompt. जैसे I said that if you want to write an essay, use of AI in higher education, you just ask, write an essay on the use of AI in higher education to the chat GPT. It will give the answer. So this phrase, write an essay on the use of higher education in chat GPT, is known as the prompt. So they have not only to submit the output, means the essay, but the prompts also. So these are the conditions to use the AI. What are the outcomes? Improvement in student metacognition and awareness of AI limitations. When they started to submit their project with the prompts, they enable themselves to know what are the limitations, what prompts give what sort of responses. It led them to think about the limitations. Why this very prompt not give the response what I needed? Where is the problem? So retrying with another prompt, then retrying with another prompt, it made them to be aware of the limitations of AI. Then reduction in unacknowledged AI generated plagiarism. Plagiarism is the case which is not good in the anywhere, but in higher education it is not considered as a good thing. And sometimes we are not aware of that AI generated plagiarism. So when students are being said to submit their project with the prompt and final work, and by critically evaluated by them, and by showing how the AI has been used, there is a reduction in AI generated plagiarism. Faculty began designing assessment rubrics that rewarded reflective AI use, not just final answers. A new thing comes, the reflective use of AI has also been rewarded by the faculty members. Final answer given by the students has also been rewarded, but how they have been used, if it is good, if it is ethical, it has also been rewarded. So such type of rubrics has been created by the faculty members, which rewards the reflective use of AI as well as their final answers. It means AI does not have to be banned. It is not as bad that it should be banned. It can be woven into the assessment fabric to promote ethical, critical, and transparent academic behavior. Means if we are using it ethically and responsible use of AI says that it should not be banned. It must be used, but with ethical and critical considerations. If it is being used by ethical and critical considerations, then it will be beneficial for the education system. The fourth case is that AI generated review 2005, and it happens with myself to myself actually. I myself observed an AI assisted review of a research paper entitled Standardization and Validation of a Rationality Test. Okay, yeah, I have written a research paper entitled Standardization and Validation of a Rationality Test, and after its publication, I uploaded it on the Academia. I got an email from Team Academia about the AI generated review of the one of my research papers on uploaded on it. And before 1 week, before after getting invitation from your side, I got the same email from Team Academia. I went through that review, what they have reviewed and what they have written. I found that the review was very much nicely written, and some very important points were brought before me by the Team Academia, which I have not thought. So AI generated review can make our paper acceptable to the nice or reputed international journals. Before uploading our paper to be published in any international repute journal or national repute journal or Scopus Index journal, whatever maybe, if we review, go through its artificial intelligence generated review, it helps us to improve our paper up to that level. So AI can be used to review the paper also. It will be very much helpful in getting our paper published in various reputed journals. So this is the case number 4. These all 4 cases suggest us that AI or Gen AI tools are very much useful in higher education, but and human oversight is always essential, and its critical and responsible use is also essential. Then how AI education itself can evolve? AI using teaching AI using generative AI. It is also an use of AI. Means on base of generative AI, we can design a complete course for the artificial intelligence, which can visualize concept like neural networks, using image generators, using LLMs to simulate real-time conversation of AI experts, course integrated prompt engineering, which I discussed, then interdisciplinary courses like AI plus ethics, AI plus creativity, etc. Chat GPT, Edu, or OpenAI, GPTs, Google Gemini, Cloud by Anthropic, Hamingo in Khan Academy, LMS plugins using GPT models, Moodle AI assistant are some examples of AI tools. What are the challenges? Academic integrity and plagiarism risk is the first challenge of using AI in higher education, but it can be removed, or it can be faced with the ethical use of AI in education. Then AI hallucination and misinformation. Sometimes if the prompt is not being written well, AI can generate misinformation. So prompt should be written very carefully, that the information whatever you are wanting from the side of AI can be given to you. Data privacy and security, the third challenge. Use of institutional data or student information must be protected to get rid of such type of challenges. We don't use institutional data or student information, otherwise there is a chance to be leaked. Data can be stolen by the other agency and they can use in different scenario, maybe for use it to harm the institution or the particular student, whatever maybe. Avoid inputting sensitive data into public models. Bias, fairness, and accessibility. If the training data means the preloaded data is not biased, then output will be biased. As I exemplified, that suppose you want to teach a topic based on the global positioning system, and you have created a chatbot to help the students, but the data which were feeded to train the chat GPT is related to the Hindi language, then the output which needed for the students will not be given by the chat GPT. Why? Because the training data is biased. The training data is related to the Hindi language and output should be based on the global positioning system. There is a mismatch. So the output will be completely inadequate. Need for inclusive AI education across disciplines and equity access to AI tools. To remove these challenges or to face these challenges, there is a need of inclusive AI education. Means AI education must be included in the curriculum at each and every level, whether it is school level education, it is college or university level education, AI education must be included. And about data privacy and security, as I discussed, the institutional data or student information must be protected. Example, we can find our daily life. Just go and search for the personal loan on the internet. From next morning till at least for 1 week, you will get several calls from the agents of several banks. You have searched for the particular bank like IDFC, HDFC, whatever maybe. You went to the site and searched for the personal loans. But the next morning, you get the call from the Axis Bank, from ICICI, from HDFC, from IDFC, from State Bank, and so many more. How? This is the case of data stolen. And data are not only being stolen, but being sold by one company to other company. They are earning profit from our data. So data privacy is and security is the biggest challenge. We must be very much careful when we use AI, that our institutional data or student information data or any sensitive data must not be feeded. These are also related to the education, that what pedagogical changes has been happened. So it is being dealt in the topic pedagogical redesign. From content delivery to critical thinking with AI, everything has taken place. Then prompt-based learning, project-based evaluation, open AI assessment, and transparency practices, etc. strategic integration and future takeaways. So strategic integration is what? For our future, in coming future or in the nearest future, what type of strategies should be made to deal with the AI and system? The first one is institutional consideration. What sort of policies should be made by the made for the institutions? And one has been dealt that uh, what inclusive AI education at each and every level. It is essential. Then another is equipping all institutions or granting them fund to be to make themselves equipped with the essential hardware and softwares to use AI or Gen AI tools in the education. Define ethical usage of artificial intelligence integration in policies. Means must what are the ethical standards of the use of generative AI and AI? It should be very much clearly defined. After defining it, training for staffs is also essential, and we can see this particular presentation in this concern, that a topic or a particular session is being devoted to the use of generative AI in higher education in this induction program or orientation program, whatever. Faculty development programs, workshops on Gen AI usage, AI literacy for all across humanities, science, commerce, arts. Means AI is not essentials only for the students of computer science, but it's essentials for all sort of courses, whether it belongs to humanities, it belongs to science, law, medical science, ethics, commerce, arts, whatever maybe, since it affects all spheres of the education. So all disciplines now requires the AI integrated education. This is the first part of our presentation, we can say. So up to this much, is it clear to all of you? Hello,
Yes, sir.
everything is fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in the next part, we are going to deal with some Gen AI tools and their usage. There are many more Gen AI tools. We cannot encompass all these in a single session, but some common Gen AI tools which are being very much commonly used by teachers and students are being discussed here. So first one is ChatGPT. ChatGPT is a chatbot with generative artificial intelligence. It is developed by the research company OpenAI. It is available as a free version and a premium version. The premium version costs approximately €20 per month. Generative artificial intelligence means that this tool can generate new text, images, videos, storage, and conversions based on the input data. ChatGPT accesses a vast corpus from the internet to address the tasks. It takes data from the internet, process it, and gives us output as our need or as the prompt given by us. It can answer very complex questions, allowing you to pose detailed and specific queries. So it is a kind of chatbot. It is free for all. What we have to do, just go to the Google, type ChatGPT, the interface of chat GPT will open, or sometimes it says us to do login. Then login with your Gmail account, write your prompt, it will give you the output. This is the first commonly used tool. Then the second one is Go Thesis Key, available as a free version. This is free. It supports you with your next thesis. After you have entered your degree program, but means when you go to do your research, the AI tool generates a customized topic for your academic thesis. You don't have the idea that on which topic I should research. You ask with this Go Thesis Key, it will give you a customized topic. And based on your topic, Go Thesis Key can create a topic report, including outline of synopsis, research questions, and title. Means it will not create only the topic. If you give a already chosen topic, it will create synopsis for you, it will create a project report for you, even it will create some subtitles or title of research papers also. Then the next one is Mendeley. This is to manage the referencing. It is also available as a free version. Mendeley is a free bibliography management program that helps you to cite and quote academic work. You can save, collect, and organize all your references in this program. Means the bibliographic information for a particular citation can be saved and recorded, and can also be used in other paper if needed. In your research work where you are citing it, there you can use it, you can refer it, and you can store it in the memory of your computer for the further use. Mendeley automatically creates a bibliography from your source and generates references for your citations. It can generate references in different styles like APA style, MLA style, Chicago style, Cambridge style. It can generate in any style mentioned by you. There is also a plugin for the browser that allows you to save academic works directly from the browser to your library. As I told that you can store it in your system, so you can store it from here. This is free. You must practice all the free Gen AI tools. This allows you to concentrate on writing your thesis. What happens when you are free from the managing references? Then you will put much more concentration on the writing your thesis, because the references will be managed in the last one through the help of Mendeley. EGSA, it is available in free version as well as in premium version also. Premium version costs roughly euro 17. It is an AI tool for writing and improving texts. Basically, it is for the writing. To get assistance in writing, we can use EGSA. You can either have an essay written on a topic or have an exciting essay extended or improved. Suppose you want to write an essay, just you give the topic, the EGSA will write an essay for you. And if you have an existing essay, just upload that existing essay or copy and paste that existing essay on EGSA tool. It will be improved or be extended. Means it can generate the new essay for you, or it can extend or improve the essay written by you. It has also an integrated plagiarism check. Plagiarism checker is nowadays very much essential to check that your work is original or it has not been copied by anywhere. So There are several other sources like Urkund, Turnitin for checking the plagiarism. But this EGSA has an integrated plagiarism check, means you don't have to use any other tool. In the similar tool, you can check the plagiarism also. But limitation of this tool is that it is only available for English text till now. In future, maybe. Then the other one is Quillbot. It is available as a free version or premium version also. Premium version costs Euro 8. It is a tool for summarizing and paraphrasing text documents. Means upload your tool in this format and do whatever you needed. Just go to the Google, type Quillbot. The format of the Quillbot will be open. Upload your text or copy paste your text one side and then click the buttons given below. If you want to paraphrase, click on the button paraphrase. If you want to summarize, click on the button summarize. The next side of that interface, you will get the paraphrase text or summarize text. This AI tool can also optimize your text by searching for synonyms, improving the style, and checking your text for errors. Means it not only paraphrases, but it checks the error, whether it is grammatical error or spelling error, whatever may be. It suggests very synonyms of words. If you want to change a particular word, it gives you suggestions, various suggestion of synonyms for a particular word. So you can use synonyms for that particular word also. This tool is available for English, German, Spanish, and French. You can add Quillbot to your text editing programs like Word, Google Docs, etc. Clear? Then the next one is some Gen AI tools, and there is the sixth one is Playground AI, available as a free version and premium version. With Playground AI, you can easily create stock photos without any great artistic talents. We all know that photography is a very photography needs very much artistic talent. But with the help of Playground AI, we don't need these things. After you have given the AI a task for a photo, the program generates an image. You can then change this according to your wish or specifications by selecting elements in the image and letting the AI adjust them. Everything will be done by the AI. You have to give only the prompts, or you have to select that what sort of task do you do you need to be done by the AI. DALE E3 available as a plus upgrade to Chat GPT. Basically, it is the part of Chat GPT. When you use premium version of the Chat GPT, you can find this DALE E3. The inventors of Chat GPT have also used their generative AI to convert text into images. This DALE E3 is being used to convert the text into image. Speechify. It is available as a free version. It can turn any text into an audio file. This AI tool reads documents, lecture notes, script, books, scientific articles, and more to you. But any kind of document file can be converted into an audio file. This is particularly beneficial for auditory learners and helps you learn faster and more efficiently by allowing you to listen to the lecture material while cleaning up, walking, etc. Means once you change it in the audio format and uh, listen it at any time, with the walking, with the driving, while sleeping, before going to the bed, etc. It is available as a web application and an app for iOS and Android. So it's you can also use it in your mobile also. Then next one is pitch, available as a free basic version and premium version. $20 per month, the cost of the premium version of pitch. It generates presentation, PowerPoint presentations. You give the AI tool a prompt and the pitch creates a presentation based on it. Suppose this presentation is created by myself, but I have to create using AI. So by using pitch tool, I give the prompt that prepare a presentation on the use of Gen AI tools in higher education, and the presentation will be created. There are also templates you can choose from. Even in pitch tools, you can find various designs. Templates means designs. We can choose and we'll find our presentation and the same design. Otter AI. This is also a very much important Gen AI tool, which is available as a free basic version and a professional version, which cost $10 per month. This AI tool record your lectures, save the speaker slides, and even create a summary of the content. Hence, if you want to record this whole presentation, you can use this tool. It can record the lecture, captures the speaker slide, means record the speaker slides, and if you want, it will create a summary of this all presentation for you. There is also a Chrome extension, means it can be attached, it can be plugged in with the Google Chrome. The next one is Duolingo Super. Duolingo is a tool available as free version to learn the language, but Duolingo Super is the premium subscription, means it costs us euro 6.50 per month. It is a and, artificial intelligence is being used to improve the learning content. Duolingo has integrated. This AI tool makes your personalized learning plan even more efficient, specifically address your weak points and mistakes and repeat them with you. But all these cases are only for the languages. Duolingo or Duolingo Super is used to learn the languages with the help of generative AI tools. So I think these 11 commonly tools I have discussed with you, there are many more than that. This is not the limit that only these 11 Gen AI tools can be used in the higher education. Not so. You have to explore. You can find several tools for the several purposes, but these are commonly used. So generative AI is an opportunity to enhance human teaching, not replace it. One most important thing what we are listening nowadays is that generative AI or AI can replace the human teachers. We are listening this concept very much commonly. Is it possible? So robotic teachers has been developed, robotic surgeons has been developed, robot is now being doing surgeries also, and robot is teaching in the class. But it is not possible to that AI replace the human teachers. It is not possible. AI empowers the human teachers. in teaching and learning, when it is in the face-to-face mode or in the hybrid mode also, the not only the content is important, but the rapport between the teacher and the students and the facial expression of teacher and students, etc., says so many things, and that cannot take place in the field of generative AI or AI. Robotic teacher cannot show the facial expressions and cannot read even the what to say, gesture postures very correctly. So replacement of human teachers by generative AI or AI is not possible. It empowers the teachers, and it gives them chance, to learn with their own speed and own pace. Means it gives the opportunity to a student to learn with their own pace, with their own time. It lessens the time, of creating notes, creating presentations, etc., so the teacher can emphasize to can give much more focus on clarification of the concepts, on the project works, on the research works, etc. These are the some suggested readings here. So this is about the use of AI in higher education, but this is not the end. There are so many things which must be explored, and if we want to learn about the AI, we must explore it from ourselves only, because advancement is taking daily place. Today I am discussing about one tool, and tomorrow you can find the new tool for the same purpose or for the other purpose also. So the field is very much dynamic, there is a continuous change, and so one should delve deeper continuously to get effective and latest knowledge of the Gen AI. So this is all about the presentation.
So thank you, sir. Thank you for this very
Uh,
discussion.
if yes,
I think we can take some questions.
mm,
This is very relevant and contemporary topic. So,
Sir, I have one query, sir.
sure.
Sir, in this era where human ideas are regarded as property, intellectual property, so won't this AI tools affect this means, IPR, intellectual property right? I want to have
Uh,
sir.
ac- mm, so human idea is basically intellectual property right, and if you have registered it as your own intellectual property, Gen AI is based on the data. It may take something from your property, but when the plagiarism will be checked, you can find the sources from where it has been taken. So you just refer it. It depends on the ethical use, how much ethically you are using. If you are fair enough, you just refer the source. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I was just curious about the
Okay.
genuinity about the ideas. of any person who wants to like create some
Actually,
who wants to present his idea. Uh,
okay, anything related to the artificial intelligence or generative artificial intelligence is based on the preloaded data. Means somewhere on the internet, somewhere in the reservoir of internet, and Gen AI tools are taking from them. So whether it is idea created for the research or whatever maybe, whether it is an essay, whether it is an thesis, some there is a chance it collects from the some other works and gives us the output. But that's why it is being said that the human oversight is essential. You just go the plagiarism check, you check that which sources are being used by the chat GPT to generate this idea, and mention, refer that source. Once you refer the source, the intellectual property right will not be violated.
yes. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Any other
Welcome.
questions? Any other questions from participants? Questions, comments? You can also share your thoughts. I think many of you are using various AI tools already. So
Thank you, sir.
Uh, questions, if
I
questions
just
are not coming na,
I just want to help. Yes.
yes,
Hello.
please ask. You
okay,
can you can hear
yes,
it.
yes, you are audible, please.
Yes, yes. So first of all, thank you for the presentation. I just want to help because many of the tools I haven't used. So, if you can share that slide in which you have described the s-
It has been already shared to the MMTCCA. Okay,
okay, okay.
they will provide you. It has
Yes.
all been already shared,
Yes, sir.
and in
Please
future I am going to upload it on the slides here, so you may also get from there.
right, right. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
In future it will be uploaded on the slides here, so you may get from there also, and from MMTC also.
Sir, okay, okay. I will take it from MMTC's site. Thank you.
Okay. Yes,
Sir. Hello, sir.
yes, yes,
Yes,
audible, please.
yes, yes, sir. Sir, I'm asking, is there any, sir, freely AI checker tools are available before the submitting the manuscript to particular journal, sir? Actually, which freely AI tool checker is very much important for detecting the AI writings, etc.
Yes, 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 there are freely checkers are, but not so much reliable. So if you want to check Prism or AI, then use Urkund or Turnitin.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
There are free checkers are also available.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome.
It seems there is no more questions. In that case, we can conclude the session. So thank you so much.
It means the lecture was boring.
No.
Questions are not coming.
It can mean
Question.
that the question of lecture was interesting. They learned. Everything is clear. We shall take it positively, sir. So thank you so much, sir, for this wonderful session and discussion. You have shared various. I think you have given them food for thought, especially on various uses and responsibilities, challenges in the use of AI in higher education. Our participant teachers are highly motivated. You can sensitize about these issues, and definitely it will help them, yeah, in their career as a teacher, and especially how to deal in the case of students, use of AI or similar kind of situations. So thank you so much, sir, for this session, and we look forward to have similar discussions in our future programs as well.
Okay. So thanks a lot from you, all of the participants. But I have a request from all of the participants that I discussed about 11 AI tools, and out of these 11 AI tools, 10 are available as free versions at once. This is my request to all of the participants. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. And thanks to all the participants
Okay.
for your
Thank you, sir.
Thank you
session.
very much.
So we'll start the next session shortly at 4. And this session is to be conducted by Dr. V.S. Radhavji, who is currently Deputy Director at UGC. So I request all of you to join this session and actively engage in this session. So we'll join shortly.
Iqbal sir, how could be the feedback for second session?
Yes, I have already changed the feedback setup. You can just see there is no problem.
Okay.
I think sir has joined, so we'll not wait more. I will request. Vinod Singh sir, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, namaskar. Glad
Namaskar.
to see you,
Namaskar.
sir.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. Same
So,
here.
thank you, sir. So I think we can start the session. Sir, before starting, I would like to briefly introduce you and also the program. So good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the 4th session of our faculty induction program. And today is the 28th day of this program. In this session, we are going to have a discussion on a very important topic: reimagining learning (ODL) in the era of NEP 2020. Open and distance learning, as you know, is going to play a pivotal role in our emerging education sectors, and this has been given high importance in NEP 2020. And we are actually very much privileged and honored to have among us Dr. Lieutenant Commander Vinod Singh Yadav sir, who is currently serving as Deputy Secretary at the University Grants Commission, who brings a distinguished background combining military discipline with deep expertise in educational administration. A former officer of the Indian Navy, he served the nation for 10 years and retired with the rank of Lieutenant Commander. Academically accomplished, he holds multiple degrees, including MSc in Computer Science, MSc in Nautical Science and Tactical Operations, and MBA and an LLB. He joined the UGC as an education officer in 2013 and has since held pivotal roles in various bureaus, including legal and regional offices. As Deputy Secretary in the Distance Education Bureau until September 2024, he played a key role in shaping national policy in overseeing recognition processes for open and distance learning and online education. He now oversees critical initiatives such as institutions of eminence, PM Utsha, Paramarsh, e-governance, and the UGC website, etc. Lieutenant Commander Yadav has actively contributed to several national committees on higher education policy, reforms, examinations, and digital education. He has also represented UGC as a keynote speaker at numerous national and international platforms, including forums by the British Council and NEPA. His areas of interest include the implementation of the National Education Policy, NEP, artificial intelligence in higher education, legal frameworks in education, examination reforms, and quality enhancement in ODL and online learning. Sir, we have around 80 participants from across the country from various disciplines. They are all young faculty members, mostly in their first or second year of probation. So this program is specifically designed, as you already know, by UGC to orient the faculty members in various aspects of education, teaching, and other professional aspects. So we hope that we are certain that from this session, our participants will greatly benefit, especially in the contextual ODL and its various aspects in the context of NEP 2.0. So, on behalf of MMPTC Tezpur University, I express my great sincere thanks to you, sir, for joining this session. I now request you to start the session, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for joining.
Thank you so much, sir. Am I audible? Am I
Yes,
audible
sir.
to all the participants?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, thank you so much, sir, for this lovely introduction. It's an honor to be amongst you, with you, and amongst all the participants for this wonderful faculty induction program. As you have highlighted that we are amongst young and energetic faculty members who are just into the faculty system or the university system and are learning the nuances of how to teach and how to do research in our education ecosystem. So it's wonderful to be amongst you all, and we at UGC, especially I, being working as UGC, being a regulator, we always look forward to such interactions with all the stakeholders, whether it's students or young faculty members like you, because the feedback and the experience that we gain in interacting with you actually helps us to improve our functioning at our organization. So I take this as a very unique opportunity, and an opportunity which gives me a chance to learn from you all and take suggestions from you, issues from you, and then take it back to my system as to how overall we can work together to improve the higher education system in the country. Coming to the today's topic, the topic which sir has highlighted for this session, or that we are going to discuss, is ODL and online education and how it's going to actually impact the national education policy that has been rolled out in July 2020. I have a small presentation to share with you. Sir, can you give me the sharing rights, please?
Yes, sir, it is already there.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you. So is the slide visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Sorry, I will not be able to do the full screen because there is some issue with the PC, and the PPT is not at all functioning properly. I am actually out of station. So kindly bear with me, but whenever you are not able to clearly see the contents of the PPT, please let me know. I'll just zoom it further and try to explain what is not properly visible to you all. This setting I have actually I have set the PPT at the right zoom or screen size so that it is visible to all of you. But still, if any of you has any concern, please let me know. So when we talk about ODL system or the open and distance learning system, you all are aware that ODL system, if we talk about that, it actually essentially relates to what we have in IGNO or Indira Gandhi National Open University. So what happens in an ODL system is, in contrast to the regular system or conventional system, where a student goes to the classes, he attends the classes, and then he writes an examination. Entire the education system happens in a setup where he's taking instructions from a teacher in a classroom, and he has his peers also attending classes with him. So in contrast, in ODL system, what we have is a student enrolls in a ODL program, a particular program of his choice, and then the university sends him the study material for learning to his house, so that he can learn from the study material. So there is no direct contact with the teacher that he's having in a ODL system. The student is required to learn from the study material which has been given to him. And then there is a provision of PCP classes, or personal contact classes, or contact classes. So there is a study center which he can choose for his ODL program, which will probably be closer to his residence. So on Saturdays, Sundays, when there are PCP classes, he can go to that particular center and he can attend the counseling sessions, or some doubts he has, or maybe there are some classes also being conducted. So that is the only interaction that he has with the counselor. And the peers also he meets there. And then you have an examination. There's a allocated examination center which is given to the child or the learner, and he writes the examination. So in essence, what is missing is direct contact with the teacher and the student in an ODL system. I hope I have made sense. Have you all understood how the ODL system works?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. So I'll just share a brief background of, I'll start with the background of how ODL system has come into existence. See, after independence, it was realized that we have a sizable population, and our academic infrastructure is not sufficient to meet the learning needs of entire population. We had limited number of faculty, we had limited number of institutions, and these institutions were situated in tier 1 cities, and they were not accessible to the students who were residing in remote locations. So what was decided is, in 1964, when a DS Kothari committee was established. Professor DS Kothari was the chairperson of UGC at that time, and that was the first education policy rather. So he was interested with the task that you design a education policy so that we can actually take the school education and higher education in the country step forward. Just advise us. The government wanted the committee to advise them as to how the education will work in the country. So this DS Kothari Commission, they came up with a concept of correspondence programs. So what they said is, the institutions what they will do, they will send the study material to the learners, and the learners will in fact learn on their own. And if there are some theories that they have, they will get them qualified, get them resolved during the contact classes, and then there will be an examination. So the point was to lessen the burden of the institutions. So through ODL system, we wanted that in addition to the capacity that we have in our conventional classrooms, there can be more learners who can be accommodated, and they need not have to come every day to the institution. They can be at their own remote locations. They can study with the books that they have, and then they can appear the examination. So the point was to provide the higher education to a greater number of students or population in the country. So that was the first time when the correspondence programs were introduced through the DS Kothari Commission. And then what we had is, slowly in 1985, we had the establishment of IGNOU, or Indira Gandhi National Open University, which was a landmark thing in the sense of ODL education system, in the sense that it was the first university which was dedicated for the ODL programs. So it was a central university which had the jurisdiction of having its centers across the country. And then it was a university which was dedicated to ODL system. So this is how slowly the what you call ODL program started. Firstly, they were started by University of Delhi. Then there was other universities like Himachal, Punjab University, and Delhi University. Annamalai University, Andhra University, they all pitched in. And then we had in 1985 the IGNO, which was started. And subsequently, there were another state open universities. Each state started an open university on the lines of IGNO. But like IGNO had the jurisdiction to have its programs throughout the country, but these state universities had a area or purview in the state only. So they were designed on the lines of IGNO, but their territorial jurisdiction was restricted to the respective state, like B.R. Ambedkar Open University, which was established in Hyderabad. So it had the entire Andhra Pradesh students to cater. Now, what happened in 1991? IGNO established a center under IGNO, which was called Distance Education Council. So, Distance Education Council was basically to improve the quality of ODL programs which IGNO was offering. But slowly, what happened? DEC started also giving recognition to other universities for offering ODL programs. Slowly, it was realized that IGNO, being a university which is offering ODL programs, as well as it is also giving recognition to other universities to offer ODL programs. So there was a contradiction that a regulator is functioning from a body which is also running ODL programs. So realizing this dichotomy, what was decided was a joint committee was formed between UGC, AICT, and DEC, and they took on the powers of DEC, or Distance Education Council. So, Distance Education Council, which had started giving recognition to universities, those powers were transferred to a joint committee of UGC, AICT, and DEC, and they decided which program was to be offered by the respective universities. And in essence, they jointly developed also a handbook which was called as Recognition of ODL Institutions Handbook 2009. So it contained entire setup as to how the programs will be offered or recognized by this joint committee. Now, subsequently, government realized that this joint committee is also not serving the purpose of what ODL system is required to do. And there were a lot of complaints with regard to how it was functioning, how DEC was functioning. So government in 2012 decided that ODL system, or recognition of universities to offer ODL programs, will be handed over to university and to UGC and AICT. UGC will look after the functions of non-technical education in ODL mode, and AICT will look after the regulatory functions for technical education. However, subsequently it was realized, or government decided, that for entire ODL system, whether it is in technical education or in non-technical education, there will be a single regulator, which will be UGC. So at present, UGC is the single regulator which grants recognition to programs irrespective of which domain they belong to, even if they are technical programs, or even if they are in pharmacy or medicine or any other domain. The ultimate recognition for offering ODL and online programs rests with the UGC. I hope I am clear till here. Any doubts till now?
No, sir.
Yeah. So now when we look at, there is another form of education which has evolved recently, which is called as online education. So what happens in online education is you have a learning management system or a portal which is designed by a university which is offering ODL programs. The students are enrolled online. So if you want to register for a BA program in online mode, you will go to the website of the HEI, you will register yourself, you will see the contents, you will pay the fees, and the entire content will be delivered through the computer or delivered online. So in ODL system, the content was being delivered through the study material. However, in online mode, it is delivered through the uh, computer or in online mode. And examinations also can happen in online mode, or the university can have a designated system or designated center where the students come and write the examination in offline mode. However, the option of writing the examination in online mode also prevails, though there is a remote proctoring, in the sense that university is remotely seeing how transparently the examination is being conducted. So what happens in essentially in as an online mode is everything is online. The student takes admission online, he studies online, he clarifies his doubts online, lectures are delivered online, and the examinations are online, and the certificate also is online. So that essentially is the difference between ODL education mode and the online education. I hope all of you have understood that.
Yes, sir.
So when we look at the benefits of this distance and online education, there are 3 A's that we get. These both the modes, ODL system as well as online system, they offer the opportunity for anyone to learn from anywhere at their own time, anytime. So these 3 A's in essence are the basic salient features of both ODL and online system. And what they offer is, firstly, they offer access to the sense that students who are in remote location who don't have access to quality education, they can also access or continue their or they can continue their higher education through ODL and online mode. There is equity. Equity in the sense, whatever a university is teaching in a conventional regular system, the same is the syllabus for distance and online education also. So they are, and the degrees are also equivalent. So in essence, that equity is there, and quality, obviously, quality is also being maintained. So these are the 3 perspectives and 3 facilities which are available in ODL and online. Now coming to the regulatory framework, after the task of regulation of ODL and online education was given to UGC, UGC for the first time came out with a regulation. Now we all need to understand a difference between a guideline and a regulation. A guideline is a document which is not mandatory in nature. There is no legal binding. It is advisory in nature or recommendatory in nature. Whereas regulations are published in a Gazette of India and they are legally bounding on everybody. So they are a Gazette regulation or a gazetted document, and whatever is there in the regulation, it is legally binding on all the players. So if somebody or some university is not actually what you call obeying the regulations, what are the provisions of regulations, you can legally take action against the institution. So I hope the demarcation or difference between guideline and regulation is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. See, in a virtual mode, the only thing is we are remotely connected. So I would have to time and again check with you all that you are with me. It should not happen that I essentially go on what you call taking the class or covering the topic, and you are not actually able to follow it. So whenever you are not able to follow it, or at whatever point of time, please let me know. We will cover that topic again. So after UGC was made the regulator for ODL and online education in 2014, UGC came out with the first regulation as far as ODL and online education is concerned. Prior to this, there were some advisories. DEC was functioning arbitrarily. They were coming out with some documents, letters, some guidelines, some advisories, but there was no regulation as such. So first regulation came in 2017 when UGC notified UGC Open and Distance Learning Regulation 2017. And subsequently, since this was the first time that UGC had come out with a regulation on a complex topic as to how to regulate ODL system, we had to come out with some amendments. An amendment to a regulation is when you want to make a change in a regulation. A regulation is a gazetted document, so you have to again come out with a amendment to that, which is also published in the Gazette of India. So there were 4 amendments which were notified to the 2017 regulation. Then further, at that point, there was also emergence of online programs, and UGC found that there is no particular regulation which is what you call governing how the online programs have to be are being offered by the institutions. To actually streamline this system, UGC formulated another regulations which was specifically for online programs, which is UGC Online Courses or Programs Regulation 2018. So these were the two regulations for ODL and online system, which were made by UGC or which were gazetted by UGC after taking on the role of the regulator. Now, further, what happened in 2 years from 2018, UGC realized that these two documents, that is ODL regulations and online regulations, can be clubbed into a single document, so that as both the modes of education are slightly similar in nature, so it would be better to have a single regulation which is regulating both the modes of education. So UGC ODL programs and online programs regulation 2020 was notified on 4th of September 2020, and this is the document which is currently also relevant. So now all the ODL online programs which the institutions are running are bound by this regulation, which is UGC ODL programs and online programs regulation 2020. There have been 3 amendments which have been notified. I have not mentioned the third one. The third one was in June 24. So 3 amendments have been notified. However, this regulation along with its amendments remain current in nature and binding on all institutions which are offering ODL and online. So one particular important thing about this 2020 regulation was, for the first time, government or these regulations said that all the programs that you do in ODL and online mode from recognized institutions or programs which are recognized by UGC for these institutions will be treated equal to the programs that the students do in regular mode, right? So before this 2020 regulation, there were a lot of letters, there were a lot of circulars, advisories which government had been taking out, stating that ODL online programs are recognized or are equivalent to the conventional programs. But this was the first regulation or a legally binding document which said that the ODL and online programs, if you do it from institutions which are recognized by UGC for offering ODL online programs, then those degrees are equivalent to the degrees which are obtained by the students in conventional. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, these regulations essentially apply to two set of institutions. Firstly, to the universities which are covered under clause 2F of UGC Act, and third is the deemed to be university, or second is the deemed to be university. You all know what is a deemed to be university? Can anyone tell me what is a deemed to be university? Anyone?
Sir,
Yeah.
so deemed to be university is basically an institute that can function autonomously.
Hmm.
UGC gives that approval.
Okay. Anything else? Anybody else?
No idea, sir. Can you explain?
Yeah. Okay. So in India, how do we establish universities? There can be three types in which, in 3 ways in which a university can be established. Firstly, the university can be established through a Parliament Act, right? Union Parliament can pass an act and establish a university. So such universities are called as central universities because they are established by a central act or a Parliament Act. We have around 53 or 54 central universities. You all know that Jawaharlal Nehru University, Delhi University, BHU, they are all central universities, right? The second way in which a university can be established is it is uh, it is established by an act of state government, right? So these are state universities. For example, you have state of Maharashtra where the state has established a Mumbai University, right? So Mumbai University has been established by a state act. State of Maharashtra has established it. So it's a state university and it can operate only within the state of Maharashtra, right? Under the state act, you can also establish a private university, state private university. So, like for example, Bharatiya Vidyapit. Bharatiya Vidyapit is a private university, but it is established by the state of Maharashtra. the difference between state public university, which is Mumbai University, and state private university, which is Bharati Vidyapeeth, is for state public university, Mumbai University, all the funds are given by the state of Maharashtra. It is a government university. Their faculty are appointed by the state government. All the norms are of state government. Their grants are given by the state government. Enrollment fees, whatever provisions are there, they are as per the government. Whereas a private university, it is also established by a state act, but it doesn't get any funding. Right? It is only established by the state because state cannot bear the burden of all the universities by itself. It wants the private sector also to help in the government in the education sector. So they establish these private universities. They don't give any funding, but they give them the status of a university where they can also conduct programs, they can grant degrees, they can enroll students, they can appoint faculty. The fourth set of universities is something which is specially as per the provision available in UGC Act, which is deemed to be universities. So government realized that there are some institutions which may not be university, but they are working in a specific specialized sphere of education, and they can also be equated to a university so that they can also contribute as a university. So they are essentially a university, but they are deemed to be university. They are treated as a university. For that, what happens is, if an institution, maybe a college or any institution, which is functioning in a particular area, maybe forensics or maybe Buddhist studies, so they apply to Ministry of Education. Ministry of Education gives the application to UGC. UGC conducts this assessment through a visit or whatever means, and then makes a recommendation to MOE whether it can be notified as a deemed to be university or not. If MOE is satisfied, then it notifies an institution to be a deemed to be university, right? So it enjoys all the powers of uh, a university, but it is not exactly a university, but all other powers are there. It is not established by an act. It is notified by Ministry of Education. Can you name any of the deemed to be universities that you know?
Sir, I'm working at Jain, deemed to be University, Bangalore.
Yeah, Jain deemed to be university. Jain is a deemed to be university. Then you have Symbiosis is a deemed to be university. There are a lot of deemed to be university. Then there is Yanapoya is there. What you call JP Institute of Information Technology is a deemed to be university. LMN. So these are the universities which are not established by a state act but are established by a notification of what you call Ministry of Education. So what will be the area of operation of a deemed to be university? Any idea? Any idea? How, like a state university can operate only in a state, a private university can only operate from its main campus, a central university can operate throughout the country, a deemed to be university.
So it can also operate, I think, across countries, probably with
Okay.
permissions.
It can operate from the main campus wherever it is situated, but there is a provision that if it establishes its campuses in other states also, if Ministry of Education uh, assesses them and finds them what you call suitable, then they can have their off campuses throughout the country, right? And they can also have offshore campuses outside the country, but this offshore campus and off campus have to be what you call assessed and approved by the Ministry of Education, right? So now this UGC regulations of 2020 for ODL and online programs, it is applicable to uh, universities which are state, central, and private and deemed to be universities, right? So can a college, autonomous college offer ODL and online programs? Can a college, autonomous
I
college?
don't think so, sir.
Yeah. So you see, this slide is very clear. Only universities in India are allowed to offer ODL and online programs. No other institutions or colleges can offer ODL on online programs as per these regulations. Are you with me? Uh, am I able to make sense whatever I have covered till now?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Okay, now coming to eligibility criteria. Now, if you want to offer ODL programs, what government has done is government doesn't want all the universities to offer ODL and online programs. So, because we had noticed that when we give this such powers to universities, there is commercialization of education. So, government has said that only quality institutions will be able to offer ODL and online programs. So, the requirement is all the universities should at least have a NAC score of 3.01 on a 4-point scale, that is NAC A grade minimum, or they should be in NRF ranking under university category in top 100 in once out of two last preceding years. So either you are NAC A score or you are in NRF top 100 in university category in once in 2 years. Only then you can offer ODL program. Then only then you become eligible to apply to UGC for offering ODL programs. Right now, open universities. Indira Gandhi Open University. So what do we mean by an open university? Any idea? Anyone? You must have heard of open universities.
So does it mean an university which functions totally on distance education?
Yeah. Have you heard of Krishnakanta Handi State Open University? It is there. Then Karnataka State Open University, Vardhaman Mahavir Open University. So in essence, an open university is one which offers only ODL programs, right? It doesn't offer any conventional programs. So it is only offering ODL and online programs. That is what is called an open university, right? So for open university, since they are only established for ODL mode, so the relaxation is there in terms of NAC grade. So they don't have to have a NAC A score. They just have to have a NAC accreditation, right? With me? Because they are specialized institutions which are developed or established only for ODL mode. So there is, if you insist on a higher NAC score, they will not be able to function because they are only meant for ODL system. So there is a slight relaxation for them that even they only need to have a score, NAC score, and then they are eligible to start offering the programs. The eligibility comes, they have to apply to UGC, and then UGC will approve the programs. Also, for new open universities, if a new open university is established, what is the criteria for going for NAC accreditation? Anybody is aware? When does an university or a college become, after how many years does a college or university become eligible for NAC assessment?
Sir, every 5 years, I think.
Okay, anything else?
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, sir, when we talk about the open universities, so I just have this question that School of Open Learning, as we call it, Department of Distance and Continuing Education. So it is department comes under the University of Delhi. So what is the status of this? Is this a department only, or the?
Okay, I get your point. I'll just answer that. So for getting a NAC assessment, either the institution should have been in 6 years in existence, or at least two batches should have passed out, right? So if a institution is offering undergraduate programs, when will the two batches pass out? After 5 years, right?
5 years.
So the NAC eligibility is either the institution is 6 years in existence or two batches have passed out, right? So I'll answer your question, madam, regarding School of Open Learning. Let me just complete this slide. So for new open universities, because the NAC requirement is that they have to be in 6 years in existence or two batches should have passed out. So there is a relaxation that you don't have to get a NAC score. You can start offering ODL programs, but you are required to obtain a NAC accreditation within 1 year of becoming eligible, right? Till that time, you are exempted from having a NAC score, right? But once you become eligible, within 1 year, you have to have the NAC score. Otherwise, you will not be eligible for offering ODL programs. Now, returning to Madam's question regarding Delhi University. See, Delhi University comes under the first bracket. There are open universities which are only offering ODL programs. Plus, there are universities which are offering conventional programs as well as ODL programs. So those universities are called as dual universities because they are offering programs in two modes, that is conventional as well as ODL. With me? So for Delhi University is a dual university. So if it comes under the first column, that is, it has a NAC A score or the NRF top 100 ranking, they become eligible for offering ODL programs. So they also run the conventional programs, and through their School of Open Learning, which is a department under Delhi University, they also offer ODL programs. Am I clear, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, for becoming eligible to offer online programs, the condition is firstly, the institution should be in existence for 3 years. And then it should have a NAC A score or the same top 100 ranking in university category in NRF at least once in 2 years, right? So for ODL, there is no clause of being existing in for 3 years, but for online programs, you cannot straight away offer. So even if you are an open university, you are new open university, you don't need a NAC because you are not eligible, but you can start offering ODL programs, but you cannot offer online programs till you complete 3 years of existence, right? With me?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts? Any doubts till now?
No, sir.
See, my point is,
Yes, sir.
you should all learn what is being covered, though it is not very, it's a what you call alien topic till the time you have not seen how ODL and online system works. So it may be a completely new thing to most of you. But my job here is to at least familiarize with you with the basics of how this system works. Now, what has happened? Government wanted that more institutions should be allowed to offer online programs. So what they said, that if you have a higher benchmark in terms of NAC or NIRF, then we will make you entitled institutions and you will be allowed to offer programs in online mode uh, in a better way. So if you have a NAC score of 3.26 and above, 3.26 and above is what grade in NAC?
A plus.
Yeah, A plus.
A plus.
So 3.01 to 3.25 is A score, A grade. 3.26 to 3.50 is A plus, and 3.51 and above is A plus plus, right? So if you have A plus NAC score, or you are in top 100 in university category of NRF, at least 2 years in last 3 years, then you become an entitled institution, and then you can start 13 online programs, that is 3 undergraduate and 10 postgraduate programs. You just have to apply to UGC for these programs, and then you have to submit an application, an affidavit, and information, and then you can actually start offering online programs. So if an institution is performing well in terms of NAC or NRF, then the process is slightly easier for them, right? And if you have this NAC A plus grade and you are in top 100 2 out of 3 years, then you can also enroll international learners in online, right? With me? See, online mode, you can have international learners also, because the learner doesn't have to come to India. He can enroll online, he can study online, he can give the examination online, right? But not all institutions are allowed to enroll international students. For that, you have to be in entitled category, that is NAC A plus, or in top 100 university category in NRF in 2 out of 3 years. With me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. However, what we have done is we have realized that there are some programs which cannot be done in ODL and online system. We cannot have a doctor who just reads the book and then he gives an examination, or who entirely does his program online and then starts operating. So what UGC has done, UGC certain programs in some disciplines and their allied domains are prohibited. That is, they cannot be offered in ODL and online mode. So what are those programs? You can't do engineering, law, medical, agriculture, physiotherapy, pharmacy, nursing, dental, whatever programs list you see on the screen are not permitted in ODL or online mode, or they are prohibited, right? Because they all MPhil and MPhil is no longer there, but PhD, MPhil, both are prohibited to be done in ODL or online mode. However, there is a catch that if the regulatory authority, you know what are the regulatory authorities? Can you name some of the regulatory authorities? Regulatory authorities in education. Can you name some of them?
Sir, UGC, NAC.
It's like NCT for teacher
Yeah,
education.
yeah, great. NAC is not a regulatory body, but
AICTE.
AICT. Yeah, very good. So for UGC is the regulator for general education. For technical education, it is AICT. For teacher education, it is NCT, National Council for Teacher Education. For medical education, it is National Medical Council. For pharmacy, it is Indian Pharmacy Council. For nursing, it is Indian Nursing Council. So there are various regulators. So what the regulation says is, if any of these regulators somehow realizes that these programs can be offered in ODL and online mode from this list. Suppose the Bar Council of India, which is, suppose, it's a hypothetically I'm suggesting, Bar Council of India, which is the regulator for law, if it decides that law can be offered in ODL and online mode, then the Bar Council of India or the institution can write to UGC, and UGC will take a call as to law programs will remain in the prohibited mode or not. If UGC is convinced and Bar Council is convinced, then the law programs can be offered in ODL and online. Right? With me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So these are same this thing. Now further, in online mode, not all programs can be run, right? So any program which requires a laboratory work or a practical work cannot be offered in online mode unless that practical component is limited to programming and coding, right? So you cannot have BSc Zoology because Zoology will require some practicals. So that is not permitted in online mode. It is permitted in ODL mode, but it is not permitted in online mode. However, MSc Computer Science or MCA can be offered in online mode because there the practical component is only limited to programming and coding, which can be done on a computer. With me?
Yes, sir.
Sir, what about psychology courses?
See, psychology courses were allowed in ODL mode, not in online mode, because we believe that psychology can be offered through the what you call practical component of psychology can be offered through the contact classes on Saturday, Sunday. So we had allowed psychology programs, but now there is a new regulator which has come for the healthcare professionals, National Council of Healthcare Professionals. I'm not able to recollect the complete name. So they have an objection that such programs should not be allowed in ODL and online mode. So as of now, we are not giving recognition to psychology programs in either ODL mode or online mode. But earlier, UGC had given recognition for psychology programs in ODL mode, not in online.
Okay, sir. So it is applied for both the levels UG and PG.
Yeah, it is applied to both the levels. So you can do a psychology program in a regular mode, but you cannot do in ODL or online.
But sir, excuse me, sir, but some universities are conducting or allow students to admit.
See, this was like I said. Yeah, I get your point.
Practical, sir.
Sir, I get your point. So we had given recognition to programs to offer psychology programs in ODL. But now, since this new agency has come, so we are not giving any new recognition. But since the matter has already not, it is still not settled. So the recognition, if it has been granted, I think those institutions may be continuing.
So it is allowed for sir IGNO also because there is a lab requirement. For
IGNO,
IGNO,
if it is, see, IGNO is the only institution which is exempted from these regulations, but they are also required to follow these regulations. So what I'm trying to tell you is, we had been giving this psychology in ODL mode to institutions. Now, recently, very recently, last month or so, we have received this communication. So we have not asked the institutions to stop the what you call programs which have already been granted to them, but we are not giving a new recognition, right?
okay, sir. Thank you.
Now, this slide is very important. So what it says is, since UGC is the single regulator for ODL and online mode, so whether it's the program comes under AICTE or NCTE or any other regulator, what is required is when an university, suppose a Mumbai University wants to run an MBA program. So MBA program is a program which is under, MBA is under the domain of AICTE, MBA, BBA, MCA, BCA. So those programs are under AICTE. So if you want to offer MBA program in ODL mode or online mode, you need to go to AICTE first, the regulator of that particular uh, program, and then you need to get an NOC, and that NOC you need to submit to UGC for recognition. Are you with me? Similarly, for B.Ed program, firstly you go to NCT, obtain an approval from NCT, submit that NOC that you have received from NCT to UGC along with your application, and then we will assess whether that program can be offered in ODL or online. With me?
And sir, what is the role of DEB in this?
See, DEB is a what you call department under UGC, and all this what you call recognition to ODL programs, online programs is handled by Distance Education Bureau or DEB, right?
Okay.
Now, what programs can be offered under ODL and online mode? We give recognition for undergraduate programs, postgraduate programs, and postgraduate diploma of 2 years duration, right? And a university is required to be running the same program in conventional or ODL mode, and at least one batch should have passed out. So what it means is, if Mumbai University wants to offer MBA program, so it should be running MBA program in conventional mode, and from that conventional mode, one batch should have passed out in MBA. Only then you are eligible to offer MBA in ODL or online. With me? So this provision is basically that universities straight away don't start new programs in ODL and online mode. Only the time-tested programs which are proven in conventional mode should be started in ODL and online. So the condition is you should have the same program in the conventional mode, and at least one batch should have passed out, right? This point I have covered. Recommendation of regulatory authority is required if it is applicable. UGC gives recognition to programs for 5 years. For certificate and diploma programs, if you are recognized by UGC for ODL or online mode, then you can offer the certificate and diploma programs with the approval of your statutory bodies, that is Academic Council or Board of Studies. However, like if you want to offer some diploma in calligraphy, so certificate program or diploma till up to a duration of 1 year, you want to offer in ODL mode, maybe a certificate in calligraphy. So you only need to go to your academic council or board of studies, and if they approve, you can start the program. But you should be recognized you should be a recognized institution for offering ODL and online program. That is, UGC should have approved some of your ODL or online program, right? However, there is a catch. If you want to offer a diploma in cyber law, now law comes under Bar Council of India. So you need to have for certificate in cyber law, you have to have your Board of Studies and or Academic Council approval. Plus, you also need to have Bar Council of India's approval, right? But UGC doesn't give specific approval for certificate and diploma programs. We only give recognition for undergraduate, postgraduate, and postgraduate diploma programs. With me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, minimum duration. So the minimum duration and maximum duration. So minimum duration for undergraduate and postgraduate programs is as per what is defined in UGC notification for specification of degrees. As per that, the UG is 3 years, PG is 2 years. And what is the maximum duration? It is double the minimum duration. That is, for undergraduate program, you have to complete the program in 6 years. The program UG program is 3 years. Maximum duration for completing the UG program is 6 years. If you don't complete in 6 years, then your enrollment is cancelled and you would have to again start or enroll for the program. Similarly, for PG program, the minimum duration is 2 years and maximum duration is 4 years. Right? With me?
Yes, sir.
Now, whatever ODL or online program that you will offer will be equivalent to the corresponding program which the university is offering in conventional mode in terms of same entry level qualification. That is, if MBA you are offering in conventional mode with a what you call entry level qualification of graduation, then same will be there for ODL and online mode also. Same, the curriculum will be same, the teaching learning scheme will be same, the pattern of question papers for end semesters will be same, and there will be same pass or fail criteria. So essentially, all your ODL and online programs are same as what you are running in conventional. Can we move to the next slide?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now for science-based programs, see, I told you science-based programs are only possible in ODL mode. In online mode, only those science-based programs are permitted where the practical component is limited to coding and programming. However, for ODL mode, if you want to offer science-based programs, the benchmarks are higher in the sense only institutions which are having a NAC score of 3.26 and above, or they are in top 100 in university category in 2 out of 3 cycles, or are eligible to offer science-based programs. You can offer normal programs with A grade also, but for science programs, you should have a A plus. Right? With me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now intake capacity. How many learners can you enroll in ODL and online mode? So for non-science programs, there is no limit. For an institution, because non-science programs, there are no practical component involved. So you can just send the books and students can read in online mode, they can read the content. So there is no upper limit on the number of enrollments as far as non-science programs are concerned in ODL and online. However, if you are offering science-based programs in ODL mode, then for dual universities, I told you dual universities are universities which are offering both conventional as well as open and distance learning programs. So for dual mode universities, only whatever is your what you call approved intake in conventional mode, only 3 times that students you will be able to take in ODL mode. That is, if you are offering an MBA in conventional mode with 30 students, approved intake of 30 students, then in ODL mode, you can only enroll how many students? In conventional mode, your intake is capacity, approved intake capacity is 30. So in for a dual university, how many students can you enroll in ODL mode?
3 times it can be 90.
Times. That is 90. 90.
90.
Yeah, very good. Very good. However, for open universities, we have left it. We have not defined any upper limit for intake for even for science-based programs. It will be commensurate with the capacity of the learner support centers that are there for the what you call particular university. You know what is a learner support center? Anybody? See, in IGNO or any other open university or a university which is offering ODL programs, there will be a headquarters, and then there will be particular colleges which will be what you call functioning as a study center. So those colleges will function throughout the week. On Saturday, Sunday, there will be an area which will be earmarked for this ODL students, where they can go for counseling, where they can collect the study material, they can collect the assignment, they can write the examination, right? So that is a study center. So for IGNOU, there are many study centers across the country. For a state university, the study centers can only be within the state because that is their territorial jurisdiction, right? So for an open university like Krishnakanta Handi Open University or MP Bhuj Open University, the number of students who can enroll for science-based programs is we have left it to the capacity of their learner support centers. Wherever their learner support center college is there, so how many students can be accommodated for such programs is to be decided on the lab facilities available at that learner support center. With me?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this I'll leave it. So now for if you see this, this is a territorial jurisdiction. We have seen that in ODL mode, the study material is what you call sent to the student, and then for contact classes, he has to go to a study center, and for examination also, he has to go to a examination center or a study center. So there is a territorial jurisdiction defined that who can operate where. Like for a central university, it can function throughout the country or what is mentioned in their act. So if the act of JNU says that you will function only in Delhi, then it will function only in Delhi. But if the act says you can function throughout the country, then a central university can operate throughout the country also. But state university, it will be as per their act, or but in no case beyond the territory of the state. So that is if Bharatiya University is there in Tamil Nadu and it has got four districts in its act A, B, C, D. So then it can only have its study centers, examinations, students from that four districts, right? But in any case, it cannot go beyond the state of Tamil Nadu. With me? Yes or no?
Yes.
Any doubts?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Private university, it will be operating from its headquarters only. Deemed university also will function from its headquarters or from the off campuses which are approved by the government of India. Similarly, private universities also will offer from headquarters and recognize off campus centers it can operate. So this is a territorial jurisdiction for ODL programs. However, for online programs, there is no territorial jurisdiction because everything is online, right? There is no exams are happening online, study materials going online. So there is no territorial jurisdiction as far as no territory earmark for the online program. So Mumbai University can offer programs throughout the country. And if it has a NAC score of 3.26 and above or a NRF ranking of top 100 in 2 out of 3 cycles, then it can admit the international learners also. However, the learners who have been admitted have to be intimated to UGC, Ministry of Education and Ministry of Excellence.
So just one clarification, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Sir, dual universities, private or
Hmm.
public or central,
Hmm.
are they allowed to have like foreign students in their ODL programs, distance programs?
No.
Huh.
In ODL mode, there cannot be any foreign learner, right? Only in online mode, you can have foreign learners, international
Yes.
learners, right?
Thank you, sir.
Provided that also that you satisfy the NAC and NRF condition. But there is an advisory from Ministry of Home Affairs, which we have given to all the dual universities, open universities, that there will be no foreign learners in ODL system, right?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so now there are some human resource requirements in the sense that I'll just cover the basic part for you. That in open universities, if you want to offer a program in ODL mode, then you should have 3 faculty members at the level of AV assistant professor or associate professor for that program. So if uh, Yashwantrao Chauhan Maharashtra Open University situated in Nasik, it wants to offer a uh, MA history program. So they have to recruit at least 3 faculty members for that department. Only then UGC will give them recognition. So minimum requirement is if you want to offer an ODL program, you need to have for open university, you need to have 3 faculty members. However, if you have UG and PG programs in the same discipline. Suppose the institution wants to apply for BBA program also and MBA program also. So UG and PG are both in the same domain. Then instead of 6 faculty, that is 3 for BBA and 3 for MBA, the requirement is 5 faculty members. There is a slight relaxation, right? For dual universities, if you want to offer a program, the minimum faculty requirement is 2 members, right? And in case you have the same program in UG and PG, then the requirement is 3 faculty members instead of 4. So for Delhi University, which is a dual mode university, if they want to offer a MA history program, then they want what you call 2 faculty members. And if they want to offer MBA and BBA same program, then instead of 4 faculty, they require 3 faculty. With me?
Yes, sir.
Sir, this session is still 6:30. Sorry, 5:30. The class is still 5:30, na?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So we still have half an hour. Okay. Okay. Now, for every program that an HEI wants to offer in ODL and online mode, it has to prepare a document which is called Program Project Report, right? So program project report is something like a prospectus. So it will when you if Delhi University wants to offer a MA history program in ODL mode, it will firstly prepare a PPR or a program project report and list out that what the program is, who are the target audience, how the program will be delivered, what resources will be required, how the instructions will be there, how many credit program, and what will be the cost of this thing, what are the learning outcomes. So basically, since ODL is a very system where a lot of things are very flexible, in the sense you don't have direct control over what students are learning. So you have to articulate your documents very properly, so that the documents are going to support you in imparting proper education. So PPR is nothing but a self-disciplinary, self-disclosure by the HEI about launching a program in ODL or online mode. It's a 9-point format, that what I have told. Now there is something called as whatever study material or books we give to learners in ODL mode, that is called as self-learning material. Why self-learning? Because he has to, from the books, he has to learn himself. And that self-learning material has to be self-explanatory, self-contained, self-directed, self-motivating, self-evaluating. What do we mean by that? And can anybody tell me? Why it has to be self-explanatory, self-contained, self-directed, self-motivating, self-evaluating? Anybody? See, it has to be self-directed, because the child is learning from the book. There is no teacher involved. So the book has to speak directly to the learner, self-directed, right? Self-contained, because everything what the student wants to learn has to be contained in the book. Self-explanatory, he should be able to, the book should be able to explain whatever he wants or whatever is desired from the book. Self-motivating, the teacher is not there to motivate him. He has to read. So the book has to be not very bored stuff. It has to be motivating himself. It has to be motivating the learner. Self-evaluating, you see at the end of the class, each teacher asks some questions just to assess whether the learning has happened, learning outcomes have been achieved or not. But in ODL system, there is no teacher. So book has to have some questions in evaluating the learner. So could you understand why the SLM has to be self-explanatory, self-contained, self-directed, self-motivating, or self-evaluating?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. I think distance learning is the reason.
Pardon, ma'am?
Distance learning is the basic reason behind it.
Okay, yeah, good. So now this for SLM and for ELM in case of online programs, 60% of the content has to be developed by the HEI, by the faculty of the HEI. Rest 40% can be actually taken from SWAM or other guidelines. It can be taken, but if you want to launch a program in ODL mode, so the self-study material, 60% will be at least designed by the HEI, and 40% that can be taken from the other HEIs or open educational resources or from SWAM or anywhere, right? However, when we talk about e-learning material, E-learning material is what? E-learning material is in e-form, right? It is there for online learners. So it has to have a 4-quadrant approach, in the sense there has to be e-tutorial, that is pre-recorded videos have to be there to teach him the concept. There has to be e-content, that are books and all PDF format it has to be there. There has to be a discussion forum in case he has a doubt, so he can ask the faculty. He can just type, he can go to the discussion forum, he can write a question, and the faculty has an option to reply online to him. So discussion forum has to be there, and then has the 4th module has to be the assessment part. So when we talk of online mode of learning, the e-learning material has to be 4-quadrant approach, which is e-tutorial, lectures, e-content, content in PDF form, discussion forum, and assessment. With me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Plus, we have a requirement that whenever an HEI is going to apply to us, there has to be certain level of learning material which has to be ready with the HEI. It is not that they will take approval and then they will start preparing the study material. So the preparedness level at the time of submission of the proposal is, if you are going to offer undergraduate program, which is 3-year duration, first 2 years of study material should be ready. For postgraduate program of 2-year duration, first year material should be ready. Same is the case for postgraduate diploma program for 2 years duration. For online mode, uh, for undergraduate program of 3-year duration, first 3-semester study material you should be able to give it to UGC. Only then approval will be there. For postgraduate programs, first year, and for postgraduate diploma also, first year material should be ready. Now, to safeguard what you call some commercialization or some what you call things getting into bad things getting into the ODL system, what has been done is we have made the continuous or formative assessment. What do you mean by continuous or formative assessment? Anyone?
Sir, it's like certain assessment components, probably assignments or something, that we give during the course, maybe in the first week, first month, and on, and not waiting till
Very
the
good.
final exam.
Very good. So it is basically internal assessment, right? So it can happen in terms of an assignment or quiz or class attendance or group discussion or peer learning, right? So this is something which is given by the teacher involved, right? So that is what is called as continuous or formative assessment. And the summative assessment is nothing but the end semester examination or term end examination. So what provision the regulation contains is internal assessment will not be more than 60% in a program, and summative assessment or the final assessment will not be less than 70%, right? Just to ensure that there is no compromise on the part of examination or quality in ODL and online. So internal assessment can be 25%, but it cannot be 35%. Similarly, summative assessment can be 80%, but it cannot be less than 70%, that is 50 or 60%. With me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, there are some provisions which are there in terms of if any institution is found violating the regulations, which we have discussed now, then UGC has a lot of punitive actions or punitive powers. It can show cause a notice to issue a show cause notice to the HI. It can withdraw the recognition of program or some programs or all programs, maximum up to 5 academic sessions, not only for ODL and online programs, but also for programs that the university is offering in conventional mode, right? So if we find any university which is not following these regulations and offering ODL and online mode, then the power is you can remove some programs, a program or all programs, not only in ODL mode, but also in conventional mode. Then you have like an FIR can be lodged or funds can be withheld, or we can ask this respective central and state government to act against the HEI. We can put the name of the HEI in the public domain. And then, but however, whatever action UEC takes, we need to see that the punitive action is not harming the future of the learners. So future of the learners have to be kept in mind whenever this punitive actions are being taken by UGC for the HEIs violating the regulation. So this in essence, and then there is a physical infrastructure requirement. So if you want to offer an ODL mode, so dual universities have to establish a specific infrastructure, which is called Center for Distance and Online Education, and it should have a built-up area of 15,000 square feet. And if you want to have a open university, then the minimum requirement is 5 acres. So minimum requirement for open universities is you have 5 acres, and then you can start offering ODL online programs. For dual universities, you establish a separate place, Center for Distance and Online Education, which has a total built-up area of 15,000 square feet, and then only you will get permission. And of that, 50% should be for academic, 10% should be for administrative activities, for academic support activities like computer room or library or reading room or audiovisual labs, another 30%, and for amenities and other supports, it should be 10%, right? So this is what I have covered broadly, what how the ODL and online programs work, and how they are regulated by UGC. Now I am open to questions, since the time was only 1 hour, and it was supposed to be an introductory session to introduce you to how the ODL and online system works. I have tried to keep the topics or contents to very basic, but whatever, if you have any queries or if you have any doubts regarding whatever I have covered or any other thing, you are more than welcome to ask me.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good
Sir,
evening.
what are the requirements for a PhD for the institution to allow, or you can say continue?
No, I didn't get your question, though this topic was not related to PhD. But institutions which have are autonomous bodies, so they can offer PhD programs provided they have the basic infrastructure, they have the what you call faculty who are eligible for becoming a guide, and then now they have to have, either the students have to have a PhD, they have to have a net qualification, or they have to have an examination through which the admissions happen. So I couldn't get basically what in essence you want to ask me.
मतलब बेसिकली सर बहुत सारी न्यूज हम पढ़ते हैं डेली बेसिस पे कि यूजीसी स्ट्रिक्ट है पीएचडी की गाइडलाइंस को लेकर। मेरा क्वेश्चन था सर कि बहुत सारे खासकर डीम्ड यूनिवर्सिटीज के बारे में बात आती है कि कुछ एक यूनिवर्सिटीज यूजीसी की रेगुलेशंस को फॉलो नहीं करती, तो उनकी जो पीएचडी है उस पे क्वेश्चन मार्क, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट या जहाँ पे भी जो स्टूडेंट है वो अप्लाई करता है वहाँ पे क्वेश्चन मार्क लगाया जाता है। तो वो उनकी जो डिग्री है फिर अगर यूजीसी ने अलो कर दी है, लेकिन फिर भी क्वेश्चन मार्क में रहती है डिस्पाइट हैविंग दैट टाइम इन विच दैट डिग्री इज रिकॉग्नाइज्ड बाय द यूजीसी।
देखिए ऐसा है, पीएचडी रेगुलेशंस हमने बनाई हुई हैं और उसमें लिखा हुआ है कि पीएचडी कैसे होगी, कोर्स वर्क होगा, कैसे असेसमेंट होगा, कैसे थीसिस सबमिट होगी, कैसे डिसर्टेशन होगी, कौन इवैल्यूएट करेगा, क्या टाइम पीरियड है, मिनिमम 3 इयर्स का ड्यूरेशन होना चाहिए, उसके बाद 5 इयर्स तक हो सकता है। सो ऑल दोस थिंग्स आर देयर। अभी वी हैव रियलाइज दैट पीएचडी जो है, आप जो बोल रहे हैं कि बहुत सारी इंस्टीट्यूशन जो है वो बैकडेटेड पीएचडी दे रही हैं या ऐसे ही पीएचडी दे रहे हैं। तो आपने देखा होगा, अभी हमने सिंघानिया यूनिवर्सिटी है, फिर जगदीश तिब्बल है, हमने 4-5 यूनिवर्सिटी, सनराइज यूनिवर्सिटीज हैं, उनको हमने बैन किया है कि आपकी डिग्री, मतलब उनकी पहले की डिग्री के लिए कोई हमने कुछ नहीं बोला है, लेकिन आज के बाद आप पीएचडी में एडमिशंस लेंगे। तो हमारे हिसाब से हम क्योंकि एक रेगुलेटर हैं, तो हम उतनी इंट्रिकेसीज और माइक्रो मैनेजमेंट में नहीं जाते, बट हमारे हिसाब से अगर आपकी पीएचडी हमारी रेगुलेशंस के हिसाब से हुई है, तो दैट व्हाट यू कॉल पीएचडी डिग्री इज वैलिड। बट वही है कि जब आप रिक्रूटमेंट के लिए जाते हैं तो मतलब जो रिक्रूटर है, जो एम्प्लॉयर है, वो बेसिकली देखता है कि आपने पीएचडी में कितना रिगर किया होगा। एक नॉर्मल परसेप्शन है, उसमें हमने कहीं पे हमारा कोई रोल नहीं है कि यहाँ से किया है तो थोड़ा सा इजी हो गया होगा, आईआईटी से किया तो थोड़ा व्हाट यू कॉल डिफिकल्ट होगा। तो हमारी रेगुलेशंस वेरी क्लियर है कि आपने ऐसे पीएचडी की है हमारी रेगुलेशंस के हिसाब से, तो इट इज वैलिड। बट एम्प्लॉयर इज ऑलवेज, मतलब ही हैज एवरी राइट टू सेलेक्ट व्हाट कैंडिडेट ही वांट्स टू सेलेक्ट।
So there are, sir, continuous checkpoints so that the institution strictly follow the UGC guideline every year.
हमने किया है, एंड नाउ वी आर असेसिंग, वी वर नॉट डूइंग इट बिफोर, लेकिन आप देख रहे हैं कि अभी हम सारे इंस्टीट्यूशंस को बुला के उनको देख रहे हैं कि वो पीएचडी कैसे अवॉर्ड कर रहे हैं, क्या प्रोसेस फॉलो कर रहे हैं, और उसमें जो नहीं पाया जा रहा है उसको हम मतलब ब्लैकलिस्ट कर रहे हैं। तो ये नाउ दिस एक्सरसाइज इज हैपनिंग फॉर ऑल द इंस्टीट्यूट।
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
और कोई क्वेश्चन?
There is question, one question in the chat box from Mani Kapoor. So she wrote, thank you for the session, sir. Are there any standard guidelines for the plagiarism percentage of SLMs? I ask because for writing lessons, we have to reproduce the original text, which may show as plagiarized content. Yes.
देखिए हमारा तो जो है बेसिकली आपको पता है यूजीसी की गाइडलाइन है 10%, राइट? सो plagiarized content is admissible till 10%.
Okay, so that is applicable.
तो 10% तक plagiarized हो सकता है, बट उसमें ये है कि कभी कभी क्या होता है कि जो इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैं लाइक मे बी अभी कृष्णकांता हांडी स्टेट ओपन यूनिवर्सिटी है, तो दे हैड ए सिलेबस फॉर वन प्रोग्राम। अब उन्होंने मतलब एक नया प्रोग्राम बना दिया, करिकुलम बना दिया, लेकिन उसमें दे हैव टेकन द कंटेंट ऑफ देयर ओल्ड प्रोग्राम, मतलब जो पहले प्रोग्राम जो था उसका कंटेंट लिया हुआ है, तो दैट इज एग्जेम्प्टेड, बट वो इंक्लूड करके वो एक्सक्लूड करके 10% से ज्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए। I have a doubt or a question in the chat box. Krishnakanta Handik Open University is a state university. So my question is, can anyone beyond the state take their education from the said university? Yeah, it can be done. देखिए क्या है, टेरिटोरियल जुडिक्शन में ऐसा है कि जैसे कृष्णकांता हांडिक स्टेट ओपन यूनिवर्सिटी आसाम में है, इट इज देयर इन आसाम, सो इट कैन ऑपरेट इन आसाम ओनली, दैट इज it all its study centers, examinations, admissions, every activity has to happen within the state of Assam. But a student from Punjab can also take an admission in Karnataka state, Krishnakanta Handik State Open University, provided he does all the academic activities, admissions, PCP classes, labs, examination in Assam. So if he does that, then that is permitted.
Any other questions from the participants?
सर एक क्वेश्चन सर एक क्वेश्चन माइग्रेशन को लेकर था कि इज दैट एनी न्यू रूल्स और गाइडलाइंस रिगार्डिंग माइग्रेशन फॉर द यूनिवर्सिटीज?
देखिए ऐसा है, अभी नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी में हमने बोला है कि, और उसके बाद में जो हमने गाइडलाइंस निकाली है 22 में, कि यू कैन परस्यू 2 programs simultaneously. It can be 2 regular programs also, provided they don't overlap, timings don't overlap, or you can offer 1 ODL or 1 online programs, or 2 ODL programs, or 1 ODL or online program. So in this regard, we had been receiving a lot of queries from the students that my migration certificate is only 1. How can I take admission into 2 universities? So we have taken out an advisory, and we have asked all the universities also to not to insist on migration certificate for admission.
So it is not compulsory, sir, now?
Not compulsory. Not compulsory. There is a UGC letter also which is there. You can find out on our website.
Sir, in this context, I have a question actually.
Please.
This question just I think recently from some students. PhD holders cannot, PhD pursuing students cannot have another degree, pursue another degree. I think that is wrong.
जो simultaneous degrees हैं, उस टाइम अगर आप PhD कर रहे हैं तो you cannot have a simultaneous degree with your PhD. Yes, so when you are pursuing PhD, you are only pursuing PhD. You cannot pursue any other.
Sir, the question was that after final submission, can someone take admission?
See, it is a very gray area. I think you should complete it. Thesis should be awarded. Only then you can do it.
Yes.
Because otherwise there will be a overlap, and we always give that this thing that PhD is a serious thing. Whether it's happening in the country or not, that is a different thing. But
Yes.
you cannot you will not be able to what you call simultaneously pursue any other degree than the PhD.
So, any other questions from participants? I think
Sorry,
our director sir has also joined. Akhilesh Kumar sir, are you there?
Sir, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Akhilesh ji. Thank you so
So,
much for giving me this opportunity.
no,
I
sir,
am
it's our
very
pleasure. And
obliged to Akhilesh Kumar ji and Iqbal ji for giving me this opportunity,
sir,
especially
sir,
Akhilesh Kumar ji.
It is our honor, sir.
I was connected since last 1 hour, and really it was a wonderful session. And since last 2 years, I experienced that here that there is a need of awareness about open and distance learning. So it was really a great session. So I
Thank
express.
you so much. I was more interested in because these are youngsters who are part of the university system, so they need to understand what is a deemed to be university. I didn't go into the very basics. जो Center for Distance on Online Education के लिए चाहिए वो presentation बहुत बड़ी है. I have not covered because I understood that I let me cover the basics and clear their doubts so that at least they take away something from the session.
Yes, sir, that's great, and really I express my sincere gratitude that you have taken a wonderful session.
Thank you so much, sir. Much obliged. So, if there are no other questions, then Akhilesh, sir, with your permission, can I leave the meeting?
One question.
Sir, I cannot say you leave. I request you that again, whenever we need, you please come. And
Yes,
really,
yes.
many thanks for managing your time
I'll
and
be
for.
more than happy to come, Akhilesh ji, because and deliver a lecture because it gives me a unique opportunity to because through these questions I am also trying to improve my functioning of my organization as well as my knowledge. Also, there may be some questions which I am also not aware, so it gives me an opportunity to learn on those aspects. Yeah. So, if any questions are there,
I think Himani Kapoor wants to ask.
Sir, yes,
yes,
yes.
please.
Thank you, sir, for giving me the opportunity to ask the question. So, मेरा सवाल ये था कि I already asked you the question about the plagiarism content and the the highest amount that we can reproduce from an original text. Now, the norms exist for original research. That is like 10% norm is for original research. But when we write a study material, we are necessarily reproducing what has already been established. So for instance, I come from literature. If I have to write something which Mary Shelley has already written, and I am actually trying to explain it to a student, I would have a hard time not reproducing what is there, already there in the text.
I think we have
But
lost you,
because
Himani, ma'am.
norms don't exist, but because we have to the policy exists that we can't exceed the
Am I audible?
10% plagiarism.
Yes, sir. You are.
Yes,
Sorry,
sir.
there was a break. Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
madam.
yes.
I essentially got your what you call question. See, what you are asking is for when we are writing PhD or original text, then this 10% criteria for plagiarism is okay. But when we are writing SLM for study learning material for distance ODL programs, then this
Yes, sir.
10% is slightly on the higher side. That is what your question is?
And yes, sir. And it becomes more serious because sometimes you do want to reproduce the text for the student to properly understand. तो हम अगर टेक्स्ट को नहीं अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन करेंगे या दोबारा वो चीज़ नहीं लिखेंगे तो कई बार स्टूडेंट नहीं समझ पाता है. तो मेरा यही सवाल था कि पॉलिसी लेवल पे इस चीज के लिए कुछ बदलाव आ सकता है क्या?
नहीं मैडम मैं see what our concern is if an institution wants to offer ODL and online programs it should be at least able to prepare in its own study material otherwise we can have a standard study material और वहीं से सब पढ़ सकते हैं but in higher education there has to be some autonomy some what you call independent views so उसमें ये है कि और intellectual property rights are also very important these days so it is not that you will some maybe foreign universities having a textbook and you just include that as a study material. So only thing is, if the we are more worried about the intellectual property rights. So if, for example, I'm just taking an example that Tejpur University was conducting an MBA program in ODL mode, and it had a curriculum for the 2 years of MBA. And now when it is revising the new program, is preparing a new study material, if it is including the content of old content of Tejpur University, then that will be excluded from the plagiarism thing. So excluding that, it should not exceed 10%. But it should not happen that you start taking the material of IGNO or some other this thing. So
नहीं sir, सवाल
it
actually
is
this is not the question.
study material is also same as the original text. It will become a intellectual property of the HEI or Center for Distance and Online Education. So there should not be any conflict. Even the figures and all or diagrams which you are taking, if there is there, you can give what you call certain citations. We are not very strict about it, but the thing is, at least it should be not violating the intellectual property rights. Hope I have answered your question, madam.
Okay, sir. Actually, the question wasn't that we want to reproduce somebody a lesson written by somebody else, but sometimes कोई formula होता है या आपको कोई एक कुछ इस तरह की phrasing होती है जो आपको repeat करनी ही पड़ती है. But I understand your concern that we should not be plagiarism is very serious and IPR is also very serious. Thank you so much for your answer.
That with your justification, is can exceed 10%.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. So anything else?
I think no more questions are there. Yeah, no more questions are there. So actually, lots of questions we have already answered. So all are so curious. So it's really a great opportunity for all the participants, including us, to learn from you.
Same here, sir. Thank you so much. It was a wonderful opportunity for me also. So I'm greatly obliged to Akhilesh Kumar sir and you for giving me this opportunity, and all the participants for patient listening. I hope all of you do well in your what you call future, and try to do best for the students who will be coming to you for education. So let us make our efforts to make the higher education better in the country. So thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, and we look forward to meeting you.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks. So thank you, sir, also for joining. I think the today's session was really great, and
Yes, his session was really great. I was connected during entire session almost, and very depth and very essential things he has covered. So
yes.
really, we need to continue, sir, in future with us.
Yes.
Particularly about ODL and online education. So what our participants said, Dr. Rasmi, Dr. Tina, Dr. Jyoti, Dr. Rajesh, Dr. Hemant. So very good evening to all of you.
Sir, namaskar.
What is your feedback about this session?
evening, sir.
Sir.
सर शायद आपके आने से और थोड़ी एनर्जी आती है सर पार्टिसिपेंट्स में और एक अलग सी एनर्जी फील होती है सर थैंक यू सो मच फॉर योर participation also and give us motivation.
No, that I am observing that about 60 to 70 participants, they are continuously attending, and that is the great success of any faculty induction program organized online. अगर आप लोग enthusiastic नहीं होते तो इतनी देर तक आसान नहीं है बैठना. 50 तरह के बहाने हैं अपने पास कि टेक्निकल प्रॉब्लम आ रही है, नेटवर्क नहीं आ रहा है. रोज आपको व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में कुछ ना कुछ आता रहता है कि मेरा नेटवर्क नहीं आता. कभी मेरी समझ में नहीं आता कि ये पर्टिकुलर टाइम पे नेटवर्क नहीं आता. फिर कल आ जाएगा नेटवर्क. क्या आप श्योर है? मैं तो श्योर नहीं हूँ. मेरे नेटवर्क का मैं श्योर नहीं हूँ कि कल मेरा नेटवर्क आएगा ही. आई एम नॉट श्योर. So whatever life is totally unstable, and there is no guarantee in life. So whatever the opportunity we have, we need to enjoy and we need to live in our present. So hopefully you all have enjoyed the session, and actually open and distance learning and online education, this is the future of education. Now you might be aware that 40% credits can be transferred if someone has completed the course from online और ODL mode. और इसको बढ़ते टाइम नहीं लगेगा, ये जो 40% जिसी ने किया है, पहले 20% किया था, फिर 40%, इसको 60, 80 और 100 होते बहुत टाइम नहीं लगेगा, अगले 4-5 सालों में ही हो जाएगा, बट आई प्रिडिक्ट। तो आप लोग ओपन एंड डिस्टेंस लर्निंग के बारे में भी जानिए और बी कन्वर्सेंट ऑन ऑनलाइन टूल्स। आप लोगों में से कितने लोग मूडल वगैरह पे काम किए, ऑनलाइन लर्निंग प्लेटफॉर्म से काम किए? राजेश सर, काम किया आपने?
नहीं सर, मैं एक्चुअली क्योंकि बहुत सारे जितने भी सर अभी तक प्रेजेंटेशंस हुई है ना सर, मूडल पे बहुत सारे हमारे रिसोर्स पर्सन ने बात की है, तो मेरी रिक्वेस्ट है आपसे सर कि कैसे मूडल को हम प्रैक्टिकली यूज कर सकते हैं, अगर उसका कोई डेमो या कोई एक लेक्चर अगर आप दे सकें।
Yes, I do not know how many sessions remaining, Iqbal ji?
Sir, we have from so actually 4, 5, 6, 5 sessions are there, including 3 presentations.
और are booked?
Yes.
तो इसमें फैकल्टी इंडक्शन प्रोग्राम में तुम्हारे पास फिलहाल अभी स्कोप नहीं दिख रहा, but we will have a sort of course on that.
Yes,
Is it okay?
sir. But for their benefit, I can do one thing, sir. We have in our resources,
yes,
some videos prepared by Vipul Sharma sir.
हाँ, वीडियोस हैं हमारे पास, so please share with participants.
Yes, share the link. Yes.
Let them learn.
And then can in future they can join our any extensive programs.
और जब तक हमारे ILMS का registration, you can practice on that.
Yeah, you can.
Yes sir, it also helpful.
हाँ, हमारे ILMS पे that is model based only, so you can practice on that. Almost all learning management systems are similar.
Similar, yes.
तो उसे
Yes sir, जैसे इकबाल सर ने सर जो हमारी फर्स्ट प्रेजेंटेशन थी, उस जो डेमो हमें लेक्चर प्रेजेंटेशन का बनाया था, कुछ ऐसा भी अगर अवेलेबल हो जाए, that also very helpful.
इकबाल जी अवेलेबल कराइए।
हाँ, so I'll share the videos prepared by one of our faculty. So how to use Moodle.
We will do it to make your learning effective and durable. Whatever we can do, we will do it for you.
Yes.
Okay, so thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Now थोड़ा tired दिख रहे हैं आप लोग, so it's time to break. And again tomorrow you come with full of energy. I will be with all of you tomorrow morning. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot.
Well, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.